If you didn't know, this is for if you didn't know who Beyonce was, Homecoming showed you. Because that woman danced and sang live for, what was that, 2 hours straight?
I think it might have been. Yeah.
2 hours straight.
2 nights.
2 nights in a row!
Yes!
2 nights in a row. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, I was never doubting Beyonce. So hi, how are you? Welcome to Get Her to the Movies, where I talk about movies, TV, and everything in between. And I'm going to make this introduction very, very short because this video is pretty long. I'm talking to my friend November about all things Beyonce, specifically her visual albums. And like I explained in the conversation, I separate them in 2 categories. Her visual albums, which are self-titled, Lemonade and Black is King, versus her live performance / documentaries, which are Renaissance, Homecoming, and the Beyonce Bowl. I didn't put her earlier works because there is a shift in terms of Beyonce's visuals, and we'll talk about it through there. But we literally went through the gambit of conversation. We were talking about the American dream, sexuality, selective vulnerability, the diaspora wars. Like, I really think it's a really good conversation. I can't wait for you all to comment below and tell me what you think. So let's get straight into this conversation. So, everyone, this is my friend Vem, and she is coming to us today, and we're going to be talking about Beyonce's visuals. And I brought you on today because I feel like you've gone to the concerts, you've done the things, you have studied Beyonce on a different level than probably I have. Okay, that's fair. So, you know, I have perspective about Beyonce, but I feel like your perspective is probably needed a little bit better than mine. Okay, that's fair. So, I can get you... Because this is your first time doing a podcast, right?
It is.
Okay.
First time. I'm nervous, so I'm trying to figure out if I should be looking here, looking at you.
So it's kind of like a little bit of both. So you're going to be looking at the camera, but then you're going to be looking at me kind of like interchangeably. Yeah. So we're going to play a little game to get you warmed up. So it is this or that. Have you ever played this before or seen it?
I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah, so basically I'm going to give you 2 options. Whatever options wins goes against the next option.
Okay. Gotcha.
Sounds good? All right, cool.
Sounds good.
So we are going to be talking about Beyonce albums, okay? So you are going to be picking your favorite Beyonce album. Okay. So you can do it 2 ways. Either what you think is the best or your favorite. Which one would you prefer?
I would just say favorites because I really like them all.
Okay.
I think all of them bring something different. So I'll just say favorite on a Richter scale.
All right, you know? Favorite. All right, so the first one is Cowboy Carter or Dangerously in Love.
Ooh, that's a good one. I am going to say, and I really like Cowboy Carter, but I really do like Dangerously in Love more. So
okay. I feel like Dangerously in Love is a classic.
It is.
Like, Cowboy Carter is still too new.
It's new, but Dangerously in Love, it has a special place in my heart. It's good.
Mine too. It was my first album that I bought.
It was my first Beyonce album by herself. Yes.
I mean, well, it's her first. Yes.
It's her first. It's her debut. But yes,
it was the first one. Is oddly enough. So, like, I am a Beyonce fan, but I'm not, like, a scary super fan. Okay. But the first album that I've ever had was Survivor by Destiny's Child. Okay. And the first album that I bought was Beyonce, Dangerously in Love.
Okay. See? So. All right.
I'm there. Okay.
You're there.
Okay, so Cowboy Carter and Dangerously in Love, you pick?
Dangerously in Love.
All right. Sure. Dangerously in Love or Black is King?
This is gonna be controversial,
Tell me.
I really love Black is King. So I'm going with Black is King. And I love Dangerously in Love, but Black is King is great. It's good. No, it's on my playlist. Like, I play it regularly when I do listen.
No, I love Black is King too. That is perfectly fine. So, Black is King or 4?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Black is King. I do like 4, but I like Black is King a little more. And she has some bangers on her. Don't get me wrong.
4 is a classic, bro.
It's
good.
A classic. It's good.
Not as good.
It's good. But I really... Black is King, it has a special place. So I'm going to go with that.
Okay, so we're going to talk about why it holds a special place a little bit later. But we'll get through that. All right, so Black is King and I Am Sasha Fierce.
Black is King.
Okay. Black is King or Beyonce, self-titled?
Beyonce, self-titled.
I was very curious on what you were going to do with that. I'm very curious.
Self-titled.
All right. Self-titled or The Carters?
The Carters was good, but I'm going to go with self-titled.
Okay. Self-titled or B-Day?
Ooh, self-titled.
Okay.
B-Day was good. Yeah. I like them all, but self-titled.
Self-titled or Lemonade?
Ooh. I'm actually going to go with Lemonade.
I don't think that's a bad choice.
I really loved that album.
I don't think that's a bad choice at all. Lemonade or Renaissance?
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. And that's so tough for me because I really love them both. Renaissance is so fun, but Lemonade is so deep. So I'm going to go with Lemonade.
All right. So Lemonade is your favorite album.
Yeah. I would say that's my favorite.
And for me, it's between Lemonade or Renaissance.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, and we can get into it, but I feel like Lemonade is such a cohesive, album.
It's a piece of work.
Jay-Z had to break her heart for her to get into it. Because it's just, literally, because, I was, slightly prepping for today, and I was just, listening to Lemonade and, watching listening to Lemonade and looking at the track list, and it's just yes, this is connected to this.
Yeah.
Yes, this is connected to this. Yes, this is connected to this. Versus her other albums, even self-titled, the themes are kind of given to us by her narration, but we don't necessarily know oh, okay, she's talking about being a kid.
Yeah.
Oh, she's talking about growing up and reintroducing herself. A lot of those things are in between the work.
Yeah.
Versus if no one knew Beyonce, if she did not exist on your playlist and you had to understand her, Lemonade explains
Lemonade is it. I agree.
It's 10,000%. She doesn't have, there's not an additional thing that needs to happen there.
I agree. And I think with Lemonade, so, we all know Beyonce's such a private person, but I think that's the first time, and even with self-titled, but I think Lemonade, you really get a real glimpse into her life. Something that she's really genuinely gone through that people can relate. So there you have her being a mother and navigating a space of having a husband who's cheated on you and putting that out there in the world. And it's people still talk about it to this day, just in terms of why is she with Jay-Z, whatever the case. That's her business. But at the same time, I think for someone who is so private and you literally don't know anything about this woman's life if she doesn't tell you, I think it was just a new glimpse of who she was. And I really loved it.
I think that's a good point, because another thing I was thinking about is that she has selective vulnerability.
Yes.
We still don't really know about this lady. We really don't.
We really don't know.
But at the same time, she tells us little things, little tidbits.
For sure.
And then it makes us feel okay, we know Beyonce, Giselle knows Carter, but in reality, it's just we don't.
We don't know anything.
So, but that's a smart marketing tool.
Yeah,
and I think going into the visuals, and as we talk about it, I think every single visual that she does is a marketing tool. Obviously, right? Yeah. You're marketing an album, but it's just she changes and goes into a different era, and it's just oh, that Beyonce was not.
It's not the same Beyonce you got 4 years ago. It's not. And that's the best part about it. And I think that's why she's done a great job in general of being so successful, is because she knows how to change with the culture and the times. And I think because she keeps her life so private, because it's she has created the perfect way in terms of separating personal from business. This is her business. You're going to get what I give you, and the rest I'm going to reserve for me. And I think you have so many celebrities who you get it all. They're on Instagram all day. They're on.
But you have to be I feel if Beyonce does not go on Instagram for the rest of her life,
but she'll be. I feel like it's different. I feel like it's different though. So you get a picture of Beyonce on Instagram, but you have celebrities who are just airing their business out all day.
Oh, Cardi B.
I mean, she's one of them. and that's not a bad thing. It works for her. But it's I think that's why we've created this culture where people, they feel like they deserve to know everything you have going on in your life. It's people don't really know how to separate. And I think that's part of her marketing scheme. Being able to separate.
You know nothing about me until I tell you to go buy something from me.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think she said that in one of her, it could have been in the Renaissance film, she's learned how to separate that. I think it was, I can't think of the name of it, but I want to go back. Life is But a Dream. And she kind of talked about...
Was that like the Sasha Fierce?
It was kind of in that era after she had Blue.
Okay,
and she kind of talked about how, like, she was a workaholic.
It was
like
really the HBO special thing. Yes.
And she used to be like a workaholic, and she didn't really separate. And then, you know, she said in an interview, just being able to separate work from home. And she's learned to enjoy her people, her space, her family, without that being the market. Because it is for everyone. Everyone's getting pregnant now, and that's like the buy-in. It is the buy-in. It's kind of like the buy-in to, you know, now you're building new fans and things like that.
So Rhea wanted to laugh. So side note, y'all, our friend is in the back, and she wanted to laugh, but she muted herself. Say hi, Rhea.
Hi. and I don't say that to be like negative towards other people, but what I'm trying to say.
So you're anti-pregnancy.
A little bit. Because ain't no babies coming out of here.
Never know?
Probably not. You never know, you know? Okay. The person that I am today
says no.
But you never know what may happen.
I just want one.
You do?
I just want one popping out and then sew it back up.
And sew it back up. Close shop.
Nothing else after that.
I get it.
And then I want to adopt.
I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll probably get another cat or a dog, but
I'm crying.
That's another story.
Team cat. Y'all both are convincing me to get cat.
Get a cat. Just back to what we were saying.
People getting pregnant.
Yeah, no, it's just become like, you know, there's no separation between what's work and what's personal. And I think that's why she's been so successful over the past 20 years, because she's separated that. Everybody wants more. But you don't get that because she doesn't want to give it to you. And I think if a lot of, and I think people, I think it's like, I think it's Megan Thee Stallion. You have like newer celebrities coming out who are starting to take the Beyonce approach, where it's like
I don't know if Megan can do that at this point.
Not yet, but I see her stepping away from what she. Yeah, it's like people do too much. You know everything that they're doing, when they're doing it, how they're doing it, because they're doing it. But with Beyonce, you don't get any of that, and I think that's what has kept her successful over 20 years. Everybody wants to know what she has going on, but you're only going to get what she gives you. So I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I think like it's very smart, and I think that kind of like goes back to the theme of the visuals, because how I like in my brain, and you can correct me or challenge me on it, I think like her visuals are two sets. Visual albums, and like those would be the self-titled, those would be the Black is King, and that would be the Lemonade, and then you have the live audience / like documentary version, so that would be the Renaissance, that would be the Cowboy Carter or Beyonce Bowl, and that would also be Homecoming. Yeah. So those are like the two separate, I feel like, visuals that Beyonce like gives us. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. No, I would agree with that.
Yeah, and so those are the ones that I like want to talk about, like those visuals that she gives us. Okay. But before we do get into that, let's like bring it back a little bit.
Sure.
So we were talking about buying Beyonce's first album. When did you fall in love with Beyonce?
I think I've always liked Beyonce. I think the first time I saw, I think it was their first video. It may have been the Bills video, and I was like, ooh, I like them.
I think that might.
I was Destiny's Child.
That was like
the first one that she was there.
Yeah. But I think I knew that I was like a Beyonce fan was when she did, I think it was Destiny's Child. They did the song Bootylicious, and like me and my cousins, we used to dance and stuff. And we came up with a whole routine to like Bootylicious. It was a time.
Yeah.
And I've just loved her ever since. Like I loved her in Austin Power. Like I just have always liked her. And like my family, they like Beyonce now, most of them. Some of them have their own opinions. I do feel like
there was something that happened during Self-Titled, because Beyonce was like, oh, Beyonce. But then Self-Titled came out and she was like, Beyonce!
Yeah,
like, there was something that happened.
Yeah, I think it was a rebirth moment for her, and she just literally reintroduced herself to everyone.
For sure.
Because I think, you know, I'm not going to say Beyonce was whitewashed, because I don't think that's the correct word. But I think she was in a place where maybe her team or her label had more control over what she put out. So you got little glimpses of what she was into. But I think Self-Titled, like she said, you know, they didn't think the album was marketable at all. But that was her stepping into being a grown woman. And I think I've always liked Beyonce. But when that dropped in...
Where were you when it dropped?
Crazy enough, I was in college. We were actually going.
We were
in college. We were going into
yes.
We were going into like I can't remember the name of this dorm room, but we were going to go visit one of our friends, and like one of the TAs, his name was Eche. He was like, Beyonce just dropped the album, y'all. I was like, what? And then after we did what we were doing, I remember going back to my room. I don't remember where my roommate was at the time. And I was on my little Toshiba computer and I hit play. And I was just like, I was floored. Like, it was like the best thing, in my opinion, since like sliced bread. And I've listened to all her albums. Like, if there's anything that there's like 2 people who albums that I purchased, and I know that's a little...
Only 2 in your whole life?
Well, back in the day, it's the Vice CDs.
No, you didn't say back in the day.
But
you said
today, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I will download, I'll listen, I'll stream people's music.
But you're not getting an album.
But I purchased Beyonce's albums. And I purchased Drake albums, and that's it.
You're still a Drake fan.
Sorry.
We still got to work on that with you.
Well, that's not going to change anytime soon. I hate to say it. But I just remember...
being on Drake's side in the beef is crazy.
I mean, I'm not on anybody's side. At the end of the day...
Drake fans have to say that.
No, it is... It is what it is. It's not going to change my opinion, though. But I make sure I go see Drake, and I go see Beyonce.
So next time you go see a Beyonce, can you
whatever she drops next, I'm going. But so by all means, come.
Right? Huh?
Act 3.
Yeah, because like
come. I'm going. Just so you know,
I couldn't go to Renaissance because I was a poor college student. I think I just graduated grad school, like maybe what, a month? I don't even know if it was a month. It was like in the mix of grad school unemployment. So I was just like, this is not a sound decision. No, did I go to Columbia? Yes, I did. Priorities.
I get it.
But I was just like, nah, I can't make that flip. And then I was never gonna go. You went to Cowboy Carter?
I did.
Y'all went? Y'all liked it?
I did. I loved it.
Yeah.
She puts on, I feel like even if you aren't a huge Cowboy Carter fan.
Because I wasn't a big fan of the album.
There's nothing like a Beyonce concert. Mm-hmm. Even if you are not particularly a fan of an album, the show itself is going to be so incredible that you'll be able to appreciate it, honestly.
And immerse yourself. Because I saw... Shout out to Jay-Z for fucking with her because I was able to see her second lap of the Lemonade tour. Nice. And she was like, I'm not coming home.
Hey, man.
It helped me out. I was a college student and my ticket was like a smooth like $35.
Oh, that's incredible.
Absolutely. And I went with my friend. I think like it just so happened that my friend was like 2 seats down. I was like, oh, hey, girl. So I was with my friend, my roommate, and her mom. And I loved it. It was intermission, and I didn't know it was intermission, so I thought it was over. I got sad. I said, Beyonce, where are you going?
And it makes you feel like that.
Back,
it's really an experience. You just, like, it's incredible. I think, and I think Rhea has my phone, but when I went to Renaissance, like, I was down on the floor. Like, I was in there. Like, front row in there, and it was great. And even when I went to Cowboy Carter, I wanted to sit up because I wanted to experience her coming around in a little car, and she came right next to me, and it was great. But it's like when she's like performing, and you just look at how she commands like a crowd, and it's not to say other people don't, because they all do this, what they do, but it's really such a great experience. So yes. Please come.
So I am planning on going to Olympics, but the tickets, I have to be able to get tickets for that. So it's like ticket drop. So it should be dropping either this week or next week. Okay. So I can see where my funds are.
You got a little bit of time?
Because I'm also going to Ghana.
I love that for you. Outside like you should be.
You know what? I'm single and thriving.
Exactly.
But yeah, I do. Whenever when is Act 3 supposed to come?
We'll see if we don't know.
See, and that's what I don't like. It's like the unpredictability. Like Beyonce be just popping up
because
like,
she can.
She can, but that's not good for my wallet.
I think everybody's thinking 5/29 because she's gonna drop it on a Friday, and if it's consistent with everything else, she's dropped them on the 29th of a month on a Friday, and the one that's coming up is May 29th.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I didn't like, and this is why you're here on the pod, because.
But I can't take credit for that, though. I'm pretty sure someone on TikTok taught me that.
In on that, yeah. I'm over here thinking about Jay-Z being a capitalist. You talk about dropping dates. Like, it's not, I'm not even on that level. Like, it's not there.
I can't take credit for it, but I go down a rabbit hole.
You're dropping the knowledge, you know what I mean?
I go down a rabbit
hole
when I can.
Giving us today's mathematics, literally.
So that's the dates that everybody's like, YOLO. That's what I did for Renaissance. I went to Jamaica, came back, went to Vegas, bought a ticket to go see her the day before, and went to go see her right the day after coming back from Vegas.
To make that decision. So we've been talking about the things. What I want us to do is like break down the themes of each visual album and just not visual album, each visual that Beyonce has, and just talk about them.
Okay.
Sounds good?
Yeah, it's fine. I should have did my homework and watched them all, but I just had so much going on.
I mean, life happens. I literally did this morning.
Okay. All right, cool.
Don't feel bad about any of these things. All right, so first we can do the visual albums first. Okay. So we talked a little bit about self-titled and where we were, but what are your favorite songs there? Is this one of your favorites of Beyonce's visuals?
Yeah, I loved self-titled. I think it was really a reintroduction to Beyonce. Mm-hmm. She had just had Blue. She was trying to get her sexy back. I think she was also proving to her husband, I'm really that girl.
So, I really felt she, the first time I listened to it when she was talking about eat the middle and all that, I said, Beyonce, you haven't been this sexy before.
Yeah.
What is going on?
She was saying, I'm legit a grown woman. I need y'all to stop playing.
Oh, and that's what I meant to say when we were talking about it earlier, because you were she was not whitewashed, but I think it was she was, I think maybe the term that we might be searching for is that she was too not locked down, but I now lost the term, but she was controlled.
Yeah.
That I think that's what it is. Like you said, she was her dad was managing her at that time, and then there was a shift when her dad wasn't her manager anymore.
And
so
she could step into her own,
right,
and be who she wants to be.
Right.
I think there's a level of innocence that she maintained previously with her music. She's always played on the line, but I think even now, even with being sexy, she has a classy way about doing it. But she's never gone.
But also, I try to remove us from respectability politics. If you want somebody to say, if you want to say eat my asshole, then say eat your asshole. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's all right.
I agree.
And I thought it was also really interesting because I don't know how people would have perceived her talking more about her sexuality or how she would have felt in terms of comfortability if she wasn't married.
Gotcha. I agree with that.
I felt there was a level of safeness to it because you weren't talking about some random nigga on the street.
Right. This is true.
You were talking about
my husband.
Your man.
My husband, the father of my child.
Right.
And now children.
Right.
There's a difference.
So I'm very curious in a world where Beyonce is not married, maybe has a baby daddy. Well, I don't know. I don't necessarily see her with a baby daddy. Yeah, okay, but
I don't see that for Beyonce.
Okay, so yeah, fair. Not married, but and not married, not have a baby daddy, but just a single woman in this world. Would that album
translated?
Right, would have been as sensual and sexy and outright this is what I want, this is where I want you to be, this is how I'm gonna put it down.
That's interesting. I never thought about it from that perspective because, I think we do give a lot of other women hell for being sexy all the time. So if she was a single woman saying these things, would have been oh, Beyonce done turned into
a hoe or something.
Yeah. So that's a really good perspective I never thought of. But because she was married and she was talking about her husband, I think it worked.
People let it rock.
They let it rock, yeah. But it was great though. It was
listen.
I gotta go. That is actually one of my most favorite songs in that album.
Dang.
I love Blow.
Okay, so if we think about, it has some Drunken Love.
Drunken Love was fun.
I think
I wore that song out. I knew how to rap Jay-Z hoes.
I thought I was Jay-Z rapping that.
You put that on, and I'm on it.
So yeah, I think Drunken Love might have been. Are you looking up the track list?
Yeah, I gotta.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the track list too.
See, y'all, I still gotta look these things up. It's been,
I mean, like, our memory is not.
I'm an old lady.
Don't say that.
I don't remember what I did yesterday.
Lady, then I'm an old lady, and I don't appreciate that. So I would say, Drunken Love, Partition, Mine.
Is it crazy that Mine is not one of my favorite songs? And it has her and Drake on it?
Your beloved Drake? And you don't like... I like Mine.
Did he write that? Is that the one he wrote for her?
I think so.
He wrote
a couple songs for her.
I did not know that. Oh.
Which I didn't know. I was kind of mad about it, but,
You're mad that you like it?
I was on Kendrick's side anyway. So
when I mean, like, it was just so hilarious. The whole world was tuning in. Because I was, like, literally in Zanzibar. And, like, the bartender was like, who you picking? Drake or Kendrick? I was like, what? How do you have a dog in this fight?
That is crazy. I'm cracking up.
What is going on here? But, yeah. So, I think, and then, depending on how I feel, EXO, I really like.
EXO was cute.
Yeah, I think it's like very cinematic. I think that's why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And
that was Kobe's favorite song, Kobe Bryant.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he loved EXO.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be a little morbid, but
You did it. And then Superpower
is great.
I'm like obsessed with her makeup in Superpower.
Okay.
Like I loved that lives in my brain rent free.
I actually love Haunted.
Oh,
sorry guys. Haunted is like one of my favorite songs on there.
Interesting. That's
Below. I do like No Angel. I like Jealous.
Literally all the songs you're naming are like my least favorite ones.
Get out. Do you like Rocket?
I do like Rocket.
Okay. Rocket was great.
Miguel wrote that.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And it sounds like a Miguel song.
It does.
Yeah.
Superpower was good. I do like Heaven because it reminds me of my grandfather who had passed away back then. But I don't listen to it because of that. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, Drunken Love, of course, is great.
Surfboard.
But I did in general, like I enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah, it's good. And I think like going into like the themes of it, like you said, it was like a reintroduction of her.
Yeah.
And I think because of that selective vulnerability we were learning,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you interviewed for Star Search or performed for Star Search multiple times and you kept on getting denied. So like you finally making it, like it felt like triumphant for all of us. We're
Absolutely.
Like, oh, yay, Beyonce, you got it. You did it.
Absolutely. No, I definitely agree. Yeah, because even when I think back, like I said, I liked 4. I thought it was a good album.
I didn't appreciate 4 when it came out.
I would agree. I think I appreciate it now more than I did before.
Yes, because like I was like, well, I think also because I didn't like Run the World. I was like, this is corny.
I'm not gonna lie.
Like,
I also did not like.
It's not good. And then like I kind of like left it to the side, and I don't know how I got back to it. But like School and Life
is great.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
It's a good song.
It's so good.
I recently just went through like I was going somewhere and it was a long drive. So I just listened to like Beyonce albums and I think I was like, damn, 4 actually is.
4 is it because it has
really
1 + 1 too, right?
It has 1 + 1. That's your
it's
song.
So good.
It's a song that's literally in my head, but I can't think of the name of it. And I listen to it all the time.
But I think certain songs like I had to come back to it. End of Time. Like, yeah, 4 is it.
Dance for You. I love Dance for You.
Dance for You is, but like I think that goes back to what we were saying.
Yeah.
Like it's like a little coquettish.
Yeah.
It's a little coy, but it's not like
it's
not doing too much.
I agree. It's that was walking a fine line, but on the other side.
Tonight I'm gonna dance.
Yeah.
Like, okay, girl, what you doing with that dance?
What you doing after that dance?
Yeah.
What you doing when that dance is over?
Right. Are you sitting on something? Like, what are we doing? Stop playing with me.
But no, it was a good album, and I do appreciate it now more than I did back then. And I think, I don't know if it was just the time that we were in, or if we were just, or maybe I was just too young and I had a lot going on. I think to really appreciate it, I don't know. But as an adult, I do like it more now.
Yeah. So the next one is going to be, in terms of visual albums, Lemonade.
Well, we know how I feel about that.
But do you know when we first watched Lemonade?
Yes,
where
we were at I know exactly where we were. We were together. Yeah.
Somebody was doing my hair. I think it was maybe Desiree.
It could have been Desiree.
Somebody was doing my hair.
You came to CC&J?
Yeah.
I lived there.
The house.
Baby.
It was at our house.
Was I not there?
I don't think you were there.
I don't remember like hanging out with you like around TC&J time at all.
Which really sucks because like that could have been a whole thing.
Yeah, where were you?
That says the same stuff.
Because we were still friends.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You were just MIA.
I watched Lemonade. Maybe it was actually in my class. I watched it in class because it dropped. I had a morning class and I was like, and I'm out. That was a more important thing.
But yeah, Rhea was like an RA, and then she was like MIA. You were like responsible and stuff because like Dallas was always there.
Dallas always came.
Reggie was over there too.
Yes,
like
the whole gang was there
to not be there.
But yeah, we were together and we watched it, and it just was like
I didn't know it existed until you turned it on.
It was incredible.
I was just like, what is this?
It was, to me, it was incredible. Like, I think, and I wasn't really going through anything at that time. I think my relationship was going well, but it was just like this sense of vulnerability that I felt from like previous relationships. And I don't know, it was just like, it just felt so intimate and beautiful to me. Like, I really absolutely love Lemonade.
I just felt like she was doing things that she normally didn't do.
Yeah.
And I appreciate it because like as a little teeny bopper, I was a rock girly. Like I was listening to Aerosmith. I was listening to Paramore. So for her to mess with what was it? Jack
White?
Jack White. For her to like do Don't Hurt Yourself with Jack White. I was just like, okay, like this is different. This is different. Like I liked it, and it was just like I said, it was so cohesive.
Yeah.
It
was a body of work.
It was like Lemonade and Renaissance are her most cohesive bodies of work. Yeah. I don't care what anybody says. You can fight me on it. Like,
I think she's in a space where she's doing, like she said, she's doing what she wants to do.
For sure. But I think like, unfortunately, like it's like I feel like it's the Mary J. Blige like Adele syndrome. Like a nigga gotta hurt you a little bit for you to like.
I mean, it's a part of experience in life. I think you talk about. I mean, she's dealt with infidelity in her relationship. She's a mom now. She's like 20 plus years into a career, and it's like rediscovering yourself, going through life. Because I'm pretty sure everything is not peaches and butterflies for her either. So you know, it's
like money doesn't clear.
It doesn't. It doesn't. So
anything, honestly, like you are still a human being at the end of the day.
Right. It just felt like more personal.
Yes.
And relatable versus like, I don't know, Countdown.
Dance for You.
Right? It felt more personal than Countdown or Dance for You. I'm not saying that those songs aren't great because they are in their own right, but it just, I think at this point there was a turn.
Absolutely. It started like, I think it was like, all right, it started with self-title, and then something else is happening here. And I think like, and I was thinking about this, like self-title was like the baby of the idea, and then like Lemonade was like the grown woman of the idea, because like even like what like the imagery that it was like feeding into, like it gave you like Daughters of the Dust, it gave you Eve's Bayou, like
for sure.
Historical, like women-centered, women-directed films that were like coming through, and I was just like, oh, you're eating. Okay, you're eating right now. So yeah, like I get the vision, and yes.
Yeah, I will die on the hill that she 10,000% deserved a Grammy for that.
For Lemonade?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll die on that hill.
I think she deserved a Grammy for self-title because she literally changed how albums get dropped.
Absolutely. And then everybody started coming out with visual bodies of work. It's like,
not even so. Yes, visual albums, but also like how music is dropped.
It's because
typically it was dropped on like what, Tuesdays,
something,
and then she said, "I'm gonna drop it on a Friday." I'm gonna just drop it all.
And
now most people's music gets dropped on Friday. Like, come on, you can't deny that. Like, regardless of if you're Beyonce, pioneer. Like, and people, and like to know that people were like doubting her, it was just like, all right. She
ate. But she deserved album of the year for that. She deserved album of the year for Lemonade.
And it's just like I mean, I don't have high expectations for white folks in higher offices, but it's just like so interesting that she got country album of the year.
Yeah.
Like,
maybe it was something
they then they changed the rules.
And then the rules got changed. Like, it's just like, all right, go ahead. Like, shout out to you for like having the most Grammys ever, but like at the same time, like she should have had more.
She should have had more.
She should have had more, and like also don't give me a oops baby. Like, don't give me like, oh my bad, we fucked you over.
We fucked you over. We realize now that you actually should have
deserved it. So here's it for a country album.
For a country album.
All right, bro. Like, I don't know, like, that stuff, like, that would get me mad. Like, no, I don't want it. Take it back. Who's your manager?
No, she deserved that, too. So, I just shut up.
I don't know. Well, you know how I feel about that. Look at it. But.
Yeah. I think what I can appreciate about her the most is the fact that, you know, and maybe it's because she's just where she is in her career, but she doesn't mind playing with sound and genres and songs. And I know, like she said, this was born out of her not being welcomed in the space, but it's like, I think if anything, I just told y'all how I feel about music. I feel like music is not that deep.
I don't agree with that.
I feel like it's deep, don't get me wrong, but I feel
like... Or rather, explain what you mean it's not that deep. How about that?
I feel like... I'm trying to find the right words to say this because I don't want to offend anybody. But I feel like, you know, it's not that... How do I say it? It's not that deep in a sense that people should be... And I think maybe I'm thinking more so on a broader scale. Like, nothing should be that deep that people can't coexist in... No, never mind. I'm going to take that back. You can take that out because I was about to say I really don't want to hear no white people rapping.
You can say that. So maybe you can say that if you don't want to hear white
Within
people rapping.
reason. But
within reason. Right. Because it's... But I feel like what I'm saying is it's like, you know, Beyonce is taking back like genres that were...
Historically black. So I feel like I lost my original thought with what I was saying about like music is not that deep. Yeah. But it was something that was in there that I was trying to say, but I forgot. I think, like, unfortunately, just being in a black body, everything gets politicized. Yeah. Like, whether it's your hair, whether it's the way that you speak, whether it's how tight your clothes are. Yeah. Like, sorry, my ass is fat. Not my personal ass. My ass is not fat. But, like, for other black women who have fat asses. So it's just, like, I go back and forth with it because it's just, like, ideally... We should not care about these things. We should not care about if I am doing a desk job and nobody sees me all day and I have no windows in a cubicle. Not saying that's my personal life. It doesn't matter how my hair is, right? But it does care. So it's like more of a reactionary of like people are telling me it's this deep constantly and I feel like I have to defend myself. So then it becomes deep.
I gotcha.
So it's just like music should not be that deep.
Yeah.
But then, like, we can utilize the example of country music, right? Yeah. And I was, funny enough, like, when me and my brother were doing a podcast, like, we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we were talking about how in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they said that country is derived from, like, essentially, like, white people. Like, they don't talk about the origins of black people within the small sentence of the origins of country, which is crazy, right?
Absolutely.
So when you're talking about like a humongous like company of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and it's not talking about black people and the origins of country music and how y'all recorded enslaved folks and got those tempos and then decided to record it yourself, now you're erasing me. And not only are you erasing me, now you're taking me out of profit of things and places and opportunities that I could have been a part of because I'm a race. So now shit gets deep.
Yeah. No, I can respect that for sure.
So for her, I'm assuming, right, we can't, like, know what's in her brain. For her, as being a Southern person, probably knowing that history deeper than we do as Northerners.
You know, that's a lesson we recently learned about, you know.
I didn't learn any lessons.
No, not lessons, but how those things can be very deep for people who are from the South compared to where we sit.
For sure.
On the American map. So you know what? You're absolutely right.
So now it gets deep.
Yeah.
You know, it's bigger than Nino Brown. So I think, like, and if you just dig a little bit underneath that first layer of the surface, a lot of things can be deep. Yeah. Clothing can be deep. Jewelry can be deep. Nails can be deep. Education can be, you know what I mean? Like, we can flip it anyway because, unfortunately, we are second-class citizens within America.
This is true.
But yeah.
Yeah, I still can't come back to where I was going when I said that, but not taken away from that.
No. Yeah.
That's all facts. Very much true.
So the last visual album is Black is King, and you were saying that Black is King does something for you. Could you explain?
I just feel like as a Black woman in the world, I just felt like you were just kind of talking about the erasure of, like, our history and things like that, but it just felt like a coming to moment of, you know, American Black history with African Black history or African history. It just felt like a marriage of the two, and it just felt really beautiful. Like, I just really loved it. I just felt like when I watched it, I just felt so proud. Like, it just made me so proud to be a Black woman. And I don't know, it was great.
I love that because I think, like, part of, like, that weird conversation that we had the other time with the girl.
She know.
You were there, child.
You were there.
Okay.
You were there.
Okay.
Yeah, if I was there. Yeah.
But, like, I feel like nowadays, yes. And it's just weird because I don't hang around these necessarily people, but, like, I feel like there's diaspora wars that are happening between, like, African Americans and people who are not from America.
This is very true. I just had this conversation with someone.
And because I was raised Caribbean, and because we lived in a very Caribbean, like, city, even my one or two, like, African American friends, they was cool with the Haitians. They was cool with the West Africans. Like, so it was just, like, very much a melting pot. So it's, like, sometimes for me, unfortunate when people are, like, very anti-immigration or very xenophobic. And it's just, like, because, like, I kind of, like, it's hard to understand because I'm like, y'all, you know, we all Black, right? Like, you know, like, the boat just got dropped off at a different location, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's hard for me to, like, grapple with, like, the distaste that people have with immigrants because I am a product of an immigrant.
Yeah.
And
I also want to add to that, though, because, you know, my second job, I work in an environment where there are a lot of Liberian people, a lot of Haitian people, a lot of people of different cultures, and they also have their own perceived, like, notions of us. Like, a lot of them assume that Black people are lazy or they look down upon us because they feel like, you know, I don't want to use the incorrect terms, but it's like, you know, we are just yeah, that's exactly it. Like, we're lost. We don't know our history, you know.
Or that African Americans don't have culture.
Or that we don't have culture, when we all know that's completely false. But it's like, you know, they have this narrative where they do look down upon us often. And it's like, you don't really understand the history of being Black or African American. So, like, the other day, my coworker, she went to work. And I don't really know, I'm not there during the day, so I don't really know the culture and everything like that. But she had on this shirt, and it had Ruby Bridges on it. And it was like, you know, I think she was leaving the school in black and white, and she, you know, she had to be escorted out. And, like,
that's the Norman, is it like a painting?
Yeah.
Oh, the like Norman Rockwell painting.
But she was like talking to this guy, and he's African, and she was like, oh, she's like, do you know who this is on my shirt? Like, and he was like, no. Mm-hmm. And like and she tried to explain to me, he just kind of didn't care. He didn't care to understand. Mm. And when I saw her later on that night, she was like, oh, do you like my shirt? I was like, yeah, it's really gorgeous. She was like, oh my God. And I think we just kind of had a conversation about a lot of times they just don't understand like the American history that we have and why racism is the way it is and why like the culture is the way that it is. Because I have this one coworker who's just like, he doesn't believe that racism exists. Like he's African, and like I think he had an experience recently with like a white cop that kind of changed his perspective a bit, but it's just like they don't know our history. So a lot of times our experiences, and not saying this is to everyone, but it doesn't seem like it's important to them. It doesn't feel important to them. And I think that sometimes creates like that clash that we have that some folks have with like people who are immigrants because of that misalignment in terms of our history in this country.
I totally agree with you 100%. And I think the disconnect on both ends is a lack of education.
Yeah, I agree.
And also I think like, as somebody told this to me before and it just like snapped in my brain, the individuals that are coming here are essentially either very intelligent, very hardworking. They're not like bums of the country, right? So like the individuals that are coming into this country have a higher level of something. Mm-hmm. So because of that, they're already viewing individuals separate from them as a different way, because there is this idea of the American dream that they feed into
that doesn't exist.
But also in addition to that, there's a desire because of what we think America is, this idea of no, I think the lie is still living.
You do?
Absolutely, because then why do people come here?
I still think they come here
because of the American dream lie.
I don't think they think about the American dream anymore. I think this current administration has like shown that doesn't exist, but I still think even if that's not achievable, in a lot of ways it's better and it's more opportunity than what I had at home.
For sure, but I think that is folded within that, because I was literally just about to say that, but I think that is folded within the American dream of opportunity, right? Like, bring your I'm messing up the quote, but essentially,
you're hungry, you're poor.
Yeah, you're hungry, you're poor. Like, bring it to us. So it's just the idea of I can make it regardless of what it is. If I'm living in the shack, I'm still living in the shack in New York City. Mm-hmm. I still have opportunity to rub shoulders against a millionaire. I'm not going to have that opportunity within my country of a wider class division. There's a possibility of an opportunity. Yeah. And what we know is that's false, because you can be the hungriest, the most smartest, the most cleverest person and still live in poverty.
Absolutely.
Because that's systemic racism, and that's how that works. But I do believe that the American dream is still alive and well. And what happens is there is a disconnect because people who come here don't feel like they have to understand the people who live here. And on top of that, what gets pushed out because one of America's biggest export is intellectual property. Mm-hmm. So what that means is our media, our music, our fashion, what have you. And our media is constantly very whitewashed, very anti-Black. So if that is the main thing that is being pushed out to China, to Ghana, to Singapore, then it's very like one-to-one. Not saying that that's how it's supposed to be, but it's very one-to-one to be like, oh, Black people are lazy. Oh, Black people are violent. Oh, Black people are poor. Yeah. Like, oh, I know America. Like, I've watched the TV. Mm-hmm. Like, so it's just like, you don't do that due diligence when you do decide to come here because you ingested America's media, you have a handle on who Black people are.
Yeah, for sure. This just reminded me of like this book that I read called Let It Rain Coffee. And it was about, I'm not sure, it was a Spanish family that came and they were living in New York, and the mom just kind of was so set on like the American dream and all this stuff, and then I can't fully remember, but when she got here, it just kind of wasn't that, and just kind of breaking down sort of those sort of systems that were in place of what is portrayed and then what reality here is actually like. It was a really good book, easy read too, but
less than 100 pages.
Not less than 100 pages.
Okay.
I don't think, but I don't think it was a thick book. Okay. I remember it being relatively small, but it was it was really great about immigration and just the American dream and how the American dream isn't necessarily real.
Yeah. It's not real. It was never real for us.
No, absolutely not.
But making the connection between like all the things that we're talking about, I think the diasporas, unfortunately, is not just an online thing. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing, for sure.
And I get it because I remember my grandma and my grandma's friends talking about how Black kids are lazy.
Yeah.
Right? And then at the same time, I'm like, not my friend who's getting A's.
Right. Yeah.
They buzzing their ass. So it's just like,
we internalize that too. Absolutely.
For sure. And I think it's weird because I'm half American, half Jamaican, but like I don't know. I'm like getting to know my American side now, like my family or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I know my dad's like gonna move to Uganda like tomorrow. Cool. So that is a thing. But it's just like I've always like been in this mindset because like low key he was a hotep, so I was always been in this mindset of like we're all Black. Like, regardless of where you landed on this continent, like, we are, like, even though the term of Blackness was, like, derived in America, that you are still, i.e., a diaspora from Africa. We all are, like, cousins some way. And I think, like, going back to Black is King, like, I, too, felt that as well. I'm just like, oh, snap.
It was a beautiful, yes, it was.
You found your way back.
Yeah. And that's like one of my most favorite songs. Absolutely.
Your favorite songs are never my favorite songs.
What do you like?
Already is one of my favorite songs.
Okay.
I like the stuff that you either gotta be nasty or you get down and like, you be dancing. But sorry, you were gonna say something?
Do you like water?
I
sometimes.
Water. Interesting. Okay, all right.
Sometimes
good.
I liked water. But I got over it very quickly. Okay. If that makes sense. But I find it hilarious that, I don't know if you all know this, because, you know, The Gift is, / Black is King is a companion to The Lion King.
The Lion King movie, absolutely.
The Lion King movie is set in East Africa.
Yeah.
There are no East African artists on that album. So this is like a question that I have for you. It's just like, she kind of, like most pop stars do, you know, you have Madonna, who was like popularizing Vogue, even though it was popular in Black and brown, like gay spaces. With like Renaissance, with like Black is King, like she kind of brought in other cultures and highlighted them. Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts on that? And do you think it was like authentic?
I want to say, I think it's a great thing to do. I think Beyonce, it's hard because I feel like most people think the things that she does is for like other reasons, but I think it's authentic.
What are the other reasons?
Anyway, I think it's authentic. I think she's a person in her career who, in a lot of ways, she doesn't have anything to gain than by sharing space with other people. So I think if you're going to step into something, why not embrace that and bring people from that particular culture or that particular thing into it? I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's going to be like the age-old thing, especially when you're involving other people's culture that you're not a part of. Like, is it for like profit? Is it
I think all of that's a part of it though.
For sure. Like, you're making money.
It's a business. This is her job. Mm-hmm. So, but if you're going to do it, I would prefer, if I know this is a business, this is how I make my money, this is my livelihood, and
exploitation, I think, was going to be my next word. Like, is it exploitation because
I don't think it's
money is connected and you're not of the culture?
I don't think it's exploitation, especially when you're bringing other people in, because she has, like I said, she has this huge platform. Does she need to do it? No, people are going to have whatever opinions they're going to have on her. You're going to have people who, no matter what she puts out, she can put out a hot can of garbage. People are going to love it. So I'm like, that's the best garbage I've ever seen.
That's
and
how
then
I
you're going to have
Break My Soul.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Did you like that song?
It was okay. It's not my favorite, but
when she introduced "Break My Soul," I was like, "Girl, is this what we're doing?"
I'm cracking up.
One. You know what I mean? Yeah, like of the act one of a new genre of things that you're doing.
I feel like when we got the album, though, it made sense. It made sense with the album.
Forget it's on the album, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it's a skip for me.
It's a skip.
It's a skip.
I'm cracking up.
But we really don't have the same Beyonce song. Like, it's really crazy.
Hey, man. I mean, Break My Soul, I don't necessarily, if I'm listening to, I'll listen to it if it comes on, but I'm not, yeah, you know, it's okay.
Release your soul.
It's okay. It's an okay song for me. It's not like,
it's on the gym playlist, you know?
Yeah, you know, throw it in there.
I mean, do I love Frida? Yeah, I do,
but that's a part of it too. Do you feel like that was an opportunity to, and Big Frida is big on her own, but to expose Big Frida to other people?
For sure. She definitely now has a bigger platform because Beyonce put her on.
Exactly. So I think it's...
And T.S. Madison,
exactly.
too.
So for me, when you look at that, if you're going to talk about, you know, house music and, you know, I want to say people part of the LGBT community who navigate this sort of thing, and it's like she could have just did this and not put them on there. People still were going to like it anyway. Still gonna eat it. But it changes like the appreciation level because you do. And it opens up doors for them.
And she had a lot of ballroom dancers.
Exactly.
Like, on her tour.
Look at her tour.
Yeah.
She opened that up to people who are genuinely in this lifestyle. So I think if you're in a capitalist society, this is the way you make money. There's a way to do it that's tasteful. Yeah. There's a way to do it without stealing.
And I mean, she did steal some stuff. She has stolen some stuff. Let's not do that.
But on a grander scale of things, like, think about it. If she, in her own way of saying, like, oh, you know, this country album was created because I wasn't welcomed in this space, although we know country music, it originated from Black people. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, you're doing house music. Not saying we know it came from Black people, but it almost feels contradictory to be like, well, I did this and it's only all my same ladies on the stage. I didn't open the door for none of these people to be.
It could have been done horribly. Yes.
It could have been done that way, but it wasn't. So it's like, if I'm in this position where I know I can do this and this is going to be a great body of work, people are going to like it anyway, I don't have to invite these people, but I'm going to, because this is how you do it. It's okay to embrace other cultures, but invite those people to the stage too. Yeah. So for me, I don't
bring them to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, and that was like a legitimate question, because I go back and forth with Beyonce, and I think that's also why I can't be like a super duper fan, because like, one, look who you align with. Your husband is a billionaire, and he has like very, very proven like exploitation practices, and like rarely are there ethical billionaires. Like, that is just a thing. There has to be exploitation for you to get your billions.
I agree.
And she is a billionaire, so there is going to be exploitation within that if we separate that from her artistry. And I think that's kind of like the conversation that we are having. Like, I'm happy she brought those people in.
Absolutely.
I'm happy that she was able to bring them to the table. Now, we talking about profits. I don't know what that bag of them versus her is giving. You know what I mean?
Again,
that is a different conversation.
None of those people are putting food on my table. But
I do agree with you. It could have looked. It could have looked worse.
It could have been worse. Yeah. So it's like, I think what she does and does well, and I think this is why a lot of people do respect her, is the fact that, yeah, I can do this and I'm going to do this, but why not open the door for those people who are existing in these genres? Like, she had a lot of Black country artists on that album that I didn't know about.
Yeah,
and it opened
I
the
will
door
never
to
know about because the country is not my jam.
But it really does open the door for people who may like and enjoy country music to say, I never heard of her. Let me now you have this person. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes we as a people, like, we hold certain people to, and not you, but I've heard this conversation before, and it's like,
Yeah,
I feel like
riled up on this one.
Yeah, no, I just feel like we hold certain people to like this huge high like standard, like they, about becoming a billionaire.
But I also feel like there are
some choices along the way that weren't great. But it's
I would like to be an ethical millionaire personally.
It would be great, but you may have to make a choice in there that may not be ethical.
For sure, and I think, and it's funny because we were talking about selective vulnerability and how she doesn't put her business out there. I think even though she doesn't put her business out there, regardless, some business will be out there, right?
Absolutely.
So, like, I think that is like the battle and the conflict that she has to deal with of like, your man's business stay out there and he stays saying dumb stuff, so you got to deal with that. I'm gonna still see him on the 31st. It's okay. You have to deal with that, and then at the same time, it's just like there are investigative journalists. There's people who are doing analysis. There's people who are doing think pieces talking about the information that they have found. So it's just like we were talking about work. If we do a misstep at work, ain't nobody gonna have a think piece about how Amadi wrote this thing or sent an email to somebody who I probably shouldn't have sent an email to. But because she's on such a microscope, like her missteps are now like
they're magnified.
So magnified.
Yeah. But it's like, and maybe because this is just my scope of things and I don't know to what regard other like billionaires are held accountable. But it's like, I feel like I said, I've had this conversation with other people before, and I feel like they hold certain people's feet to the fire, and they don't do the same with other people. I'm like, she's not the only billionaire. Yeah, he's not the only billionaire. There's plenty others, but you don't.
It's hard to cape for Jay-Z because he talked too much. He be talking really ignorant ass shit, like talking about y'all calling me a capitalist. You were the first person that was called a capitalist, sir.
But he's only speaking from his own experience, though.
I need you to read a book, even if it's a chapter like me.
Even if it's a chapter, okay, it up. But yeah, no, I'm like, at the end of the day, this is how these people make their money. This is how they live and function, and it's like, at the end of the day, they're not paying my bills. They're not. But I do enjoy what they bring to the table that I can consume.
Yeah, and I don't feel like she's too evil where I can, like, I have to hide listening to her. Like, yeah. Like, she's still fair use. Like, she's still, like, above board in my... I feel like... Because there's certain people, I'm like, I can't listen to you no more.
Understandable.
It starts with an R. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, there's certain people where it's just, like... It's done. It's done. I gotta. You gotta let them go. Yeah, like sorry for all the producers, the engineers, the mixers who are part of this music who now don't get paid. But in addition, like you also aligned yourself with a man who
they didn't know. I hope at the time.
Some of them knew.
Some of them knew.
Like you had Bez in the studio, bro.
Yeah, that was a little different.
I don't know. Like I don't know about music like that, but.
I think when I was younger, like my mom, like my grandma, my aunt, they didn't. I think they have a different level of respect for Beyonce now. They just really don't say anything. But they used to say like negative things, like, "Oh, she needs to like go sit down. She's doing too much." Blah blah blah. And I think that's always been the thing about Beyonce being real extra. And my grandfather would be like, "That young black woman don't bother nobody. She minds her business. She makes quiet. She puts out great work. She can sing. She can dance. Leave that girl alone." And I'd be like, that's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Like, there's so many other people in this world doing some real weird stuff. And I'm like, on a scale?
Yeah, she's pretty solid.
She's solid.
Yeah. So I feel like we talked about Renaissance. I feel like we talked about did we talk about the Beyonce Bowl? I feel like we talked about the album, not necessarily the bowl.
The Beyonce Bowl was cool.
It was cute.
It was super cute.
Honestly.
And now everybody's trying to bite her nachos. Her use.
In what way? Doing Super Bowls?
No, not doing Super Bowls. Who was it that had someone did something right after her? I think it was a white person. I don't know. But it was literally
the same thing.
Essentially. Oh. It was the exact same thing.
I didn't watch Beyonce Bowl in real time, but I watched it afterward. Because I wasn't a Cowboy Carter fan. So I didn't watch it, like, in real time. But, like, then I watched, like, the playback. And I'm like, oh, these songs sound cute. Like, I know. But I will say, a live performance.
They
will.
That's what I'm saying.
So I'm great.
I think if you went to the Cowboy Carter tour, you would have developed a different level of appreciation for it. And you don't have to love it, you know. That's okay. I don't love every song on there either. But like
Yaya was cute.
Yaya was cute.
Yaya was very cute. Oh
my
god, are we agreeing on a song?
Yeah, I love Yaya. I think it's cute. It's adorbs. So I think, like, you know, it helps.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
It changes your perspective because you're able to appreciate and connect an experience to it.
And I don't know, I think I'm becoming washed, but like the older that I get
washed is insane.
But the older that I get, the more I'm appreciating like live music. So like for Carnival, I have to show you guys pictures. For Carnival, like it's live bands, and then you follow behind the bands with your costume. But then you have like Juve before that, and then you have multiple events leading up to it, and a lot of it is live music. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna be able to hang because I'm used to a DJ doing a little mixy mix. I had a ball. Because I didn't know any songs, but by the third day, I was singing along to the music because they only play 30 songs. Okay. Because my friend was saying like they play a lot of the same songs over and over again. Okay. So like you have like a particular like song of the carnival. Like if you're along with this band, you'll have a particular idea of like, oh, this new song, this will be the song of the carnival.
Okay.
But like it was live instrumentation, and I was all right. So
moving on.
Our last one, we are talking about the iconic Homecoming.
I loved Homecoming.
But
people had negative things to say about that also. So their problem was, and that's what I'm saying, is like you can never, and even though
you can never make everybody happy,
you can never make people happy. People felt like, oh, Beyonce didn't go to college. She knows nothing about the Black college experience.
I ain't gonna say HBCU neither, but I would like to see a band too.
But who was a part of that?
Black people?
Not just Black people, but some of those people were like legit, like
from HBCU.
Yeah, so it's like you open that door, and it's like, why can't that be celebrated? Even though she, in particular, may not have done that, why can't you celebrate that experience?
And granted, am I a Southerner? I am not. So y'all can put it down in the comments and tell me what you think. But from my understanding, part of Southern culture is visiting HBCU bands.
Yeah.
So like, even though she wasn't going to a HBCU, she probably has had experiences in high school in Texas going to see the neighborhood HBCU band.
Absolutely. I don't doubt that at all.
I think she said Destiny Child used to practice at TSU or something.
I was gonna say,
you know, so like that doesn't seem like insane, it doesn't crazy.
Exactly.
To me, in my brain, it's equivalent to like a Philly kid like talking about Penn relays. Like, no, you didn't go to Penn. No, you didn't run track. But like Penn relays is an event in Philly. Like, it is a thing. Yeah. So I don't know. To me, that was a little bit of a stretch. Like I said, y'all can tell me in the comments if no Southerners go to any bands at all. But I don't know. I don't think that's a thing.
I thought Homecoming was great. Was that when she headlined Coachella?
First Black woman to do that.
And I watched that. What was it? I think it was like 2-something in the morning. I watched that live. And again,
I also did not watch that live.
Proud of her. And this lady, that was so.
She did move unhealthily. Like she had even admitted to herself. Yeah. Like she just had the twins.
Yeah. And she pushed her body beyond its limits for that.
Because what did she said she didn't eat bread and something else.
She goes on extreme diets. She does. Yeah. She goes on very strict diets when she's getting ready to tour.
No. Because she had to drop weight because she was trying to fit back into
her old costumes.
Like, baby, you have 3 kids. Like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Wasn't that when she was dealing with her knee, too?
Yes.
Yeah. That's when her knee first started giving her issues. But we didn't really know.
She's old. She's old.
She's been doing this for a long time, too.
She's freaking old. And it's okay.
If you dropping down on a stage
and then pretending like you didn't drop, and then coming back up. We see the videos.
We see it. We see it. Like, this girl is getting down on the floor on stage. Eventually, your knee's going to give out.
Yeah. If you don't take care of it, if you don't rest it, absolutely.
And you're just all the time?
Yeah.
What you expect to happen?
Yeah.
It's a natural part of life. But getting back to, I loved Homecoming. I think I wasn't a huge, I mean, I guess I liked Wendy Williams, but that was like the first time that Wendy Williams, because she had this long-standing like
Beyonce and the Girls.
Yeah. Like, just kind of Wendy being Wendy. But in that moment, she was like, Beyonce is probably the greatest like living entertainer of all times. Absolutely. And I feel like that.
Wait, okay. I take it back. Not absolutely. I think, and y'all can beat me up in the comments, and you can yell at me, Rhea. But I think she's neck and neck with Janet Jackson.
As in what regard?
In terms of an entertainer on stage.
Oh,
today?
Yeah. Oh, today.
Well, I don't think I have an opinion because let me just put this right out there right now. I love Janet, and I haven't seen Janet.
I have seen Janet.
And so I don't want to say.
Right.
I didn't see her freaking breathe hard.
I would never disrespect the Queen Janet.
At a smooth, 50, 60?
So I don't know. But I'll take your word for it, respectfully. Baby. But I do think that solidified. If you didn't know, for people who didn't know, if you didn't know who Beyonce was before, if Homecoming didn't tell you,
because that was her first live concert. Yeah. If we denied her.
If you didn't know, this is for if you didn't know who Beyonce was, Homecoming showed you. Because that woman danced and sang live for, what was that, 2 hours straight?
I think it might have been. Yeah.
2 hours straight.
2 nights.
2 nights in a row. Yes.
2 nights in a row. I don't want to hear it.
I mean, I was never doubting Beyonce. But this was before.
My little brother is an adamant Beyonce hater.
But also, is it part of misogyny though?
It's him. I think it's part of him trolling me and part of him just being an idiot. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
A hater.
He gives that.
And he's a great person, but he
gives a Beyonce hater.
Yeah. He does. It's unfortunate. And he shouldn't. He should love Beyonce, quite honestly.
Like, Beyonce is for the kids,
she's for everyone. Him as a creative himself, it's like you would think you would respect
art. And you know what? I think going back to the
but he loves Chris Brown.
It gives Saji. It gives Saji. Sorry.
But the thing is, I met him twice. Though.
All men have a little Saji in there. All women have a little Saji in there.
He's so sweet. It's insane.
You can be sweet and have misogynistic points of views.
I'll take that. Yeah. Maybe I just know him too well.
Yeah, I think all men are conditioned to be misogynist, and then you have to actively do the work to actively not be misogynistic. Some people do the work and some people don't.
True.
But it's okay. Well, I won't get into that.
He's also a cop, so that also adds to it,
I'm sorry, kid. The characteristics are adding up.
It's adding up.
Sorry.
It's all adding up. But yeah, no, I absolutely loved Homecoming. I thought
I'll watch it now. It
was great. It was incredible.
Energy level was good. And you had Michelle and Kelly come out.
Yes. I love when she does nodes to them because I feel like,
well, Kelly's her sister.
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
And they love Michelle, and you can see the mutual respect is there. And I just hate
because Michelle gets shit.
She does. and I absolutely hate it.
No one respects Michelle.
I hate it. Oh, yeah. I think people are starting to build a level of respect for Michelle. What's that? She's on Broadway right now. What is that show?
Is she?
Yeah, she's on Broadway right.
Huh?
Yes, Death Becomes Her. And
really? I'm she's in the middle of Death Becomes Her.
Smashing it. She's killing it. And I think
she has a voice.
She is incredible.
She has a voice. I think it's just the syndrome of being near a meteor, right?
Yeah.
if Michelle was like an entity by herself and Beyonce didn't exist, we would be like, we love Michelle. She's great. Oh my God. Same thing with Kelly. Yeah. I think Kelly is a little step up from Michelle. Mm-hmm. Don't get that twisted. But when you're near a force near Beyonce, she kind of sucks up the air. Yeah, she does. Like she's worked hard to suck that air up, but it's just it is.
I think for those reasons, that's why I have so much respect for both Kelly and Michelle, because I think you do get a lot of times where people are pinning them against each other.
And I love that Beyonce's like, it's not Beyonce and the girls.
Absolutely
it's
not.
Beyonce.
You would not disrespect.
I mean, it's Destiny's Child
or Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle. Yes. Like, you're not going to disrespect the two of them. And I really love that. It just takes really strong
you see that around the Renaissance tour that she's meant things with Latavia and Latoya.
Yeah, for sure. And I think they're all grown women now.
Yeah, and I'm so, like, you want to talk about where I was in the moment. I was so happy when I heard Torn, when Latoya came out. I said, yes, Latoya, you do your independent stuff. Yeah, you do your own things. Tell me how you're torn in between the two.
I want that for all the girls.
Yeah.
I want to see them all be successful.
She never mentions,
what's her name, Farrah?
Farrah. Farrah don't get no love.
Farrah gets no love from the girls.
She don't get no
love. She gets no love from none of the girls.
Damn, shout out to Farrah. Whatever you doing in life, I don't know. Shout out to Farrah. Because even Beyonce would be like the original, and then
she was on some show. I think it was like R&B Queens, and they were trying to like create like this album. I think what is her name? Keely from 3LW was on there.
Yes,
like it was a bunch of different girls. Just trying to like, they were trying to like create like an album. It was like a reality TV show for a little bit, and like she was saying like, I was a part of Destiny's Child, blah blah blah, and she wanted to do like this little snippet of her singing, and I just turned the TV.
You don't respect her.
It was bad.
You don't respect her.
It was bad.
And that's why you're the problem.
No,
it's not Beyonce, it's you.
I swear, if I could show you this clip, I would. It was hilarious. I'm like, oh, Farrah, that's why they don't acknowledge you, boo. Because you don't sing. You ain't got it. She, I don't know how she got in the group.
They said, we just need to find a body.
They needed a body. And respectfully, I mean no disrespect.
Right, she sings way better than me.
You absolutely sing better than me. Yeah. You don't want to hear me sing.
Even though in my brain, I'm phenomenal at singing.
My brain, I know I'm not phenomenal at singing.
No, like
but
you can't convince me in the shower.
I'll bust a tune or two in the car.
All right, I'm singing.
You know,
heart don't fail me now. No.
But just going back to Michelle, also like. Michelle took a different route from Beyonce and Kelly.
She did the gospel route.
And she had a #1 album.
Oh, I don't listen to gospel, so I wouldn't know that.
Exactly, but she just had a different realm. I mean, most mainstream, I mean, I'm not.
She gives gospel, though.
But that was her thing.
She always was the one who wore the pants.
But yeah, she was a gospel singer. Sleeves. She was a gospel singer. Yeah, I think she's incredible in her own right. And now, with her doing Death Becomes Her, she did The Masked Singer and she won. I think it's like
That's getting not fair. Why are you in The Masked Singer? Like you're literally a
But I think
artist.
It's absolutely. But I think at the same time, it's just like I think those are moments of feeling like
she is her own entity.
She is her own entity, and it's like a moment of feeling proud of doing this on my own. Like she has her own voice. She has things going for herself. And I think it really started people giving her own accolades. Because everybody's always like, they give Michelle so much grief. And it's like, babe, she was a part of this group and she held it down just like
she did. Because like she just, you just didn't. But I will
say. Michelle something Bridge.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, For real though, why we be clowning Michelle is because y'all never gave her the fire parts. Like she never had
a fire. Bridges though.
Come on now. No, you didn't.
Who remembers the bridges?
Me. No. Give me one right now.
I ain't singing.
Cater to you.
You only know the one from
Pulling in my head.
Yeah, that
one.
Through love.
No. You only know Cater to You.
Yeah. Because I heard her sing, and I was like, oh, okay, so when she sang that...
I'm trying to think about the Survivor one.
You don't know if Survivor... I mean, Destiny's Fulfilled is my album.
Can you keep up?
Destiny, and even in that, she had a bridge. I mean, that was a shorter bridge, but it was cute.
Make me just say, ooh. It was corny. No, it was corny, wrong. It was corny.
But
like, it was never fire. Why are you giving me a corny-ass bridge?
What song was that? I feel like either way.
Making me say, ooh.
But you forget that they still harmonize together.
Yes, vocally, yes. But when we're talking about, like, superstar status, like... Kelly had it. Beyonce had it. Michelle wasn't a superstar. I'm sorry.
That's tough to hear. I hate that you said that. I think she's a superstar in her own right.
I think there's a difference between good artist, listenable artist, versus superstar.
Okay.
Like Beyonce, superstar, right?
Superstar.
Like who's like a JoJo, right? Vocals great, good artist. I love Baby It's You, you know, little poppy stuff, but I don't think JoJo is a superstar.
Okay.
Like even Kalani is like teetering on like, are you a superstar or are you a cute R&B girl?
I would go with the latter.
Cute R&B girl? See, look, Folded is like literally your favorite. Whoa. Crazy. We do not have the same
I don't like that song. And there's other songs for her I love, but I don't like Folded.
So good. Folded is so, like,
it comes on and I turn it off.
It comes on, I turn it up.
I turn it off. I turn it off. And I have nothing against Kalani. I think she's great. I like her music.
I think,
but I don't like Folded.
But you get what I'm saying. I think they're super. Like Michelle is good, competent, talented. Will sing me down, but she doesn't give. She gives.
I think she could have possibly.
I don't even think maybe she wanted it.
I don't agree with that. Maybe
but that's part of superstarness is that you hungry.
That you hungry and you want it.
She not hungry.
I feel like I only say that for Beyonce then, because I don't feel like
I think back in the day Kelly was hungry. Because the way, from my understanding, or how like they
was a little ASMR.
But like how they used to describe like the damn near 2-a-days of like performing, dancing, practicing. Mm-hmm. Kelly was right along with Beyonce, but there was something that happened where Beyonce just kept on. Exactly. I think Kelly was hungry in the beginning, but then when they probably got a little bit famous, maybe she was she kept the course, but she wasn't as hungry.
I just think she had other interests, probably. She got into acting a little bit too. I mean, Beyonce did as well.
But Beyonce
I think
can't act.
But Beyonce, moving on. Moving on.
She can't. You come into my house. You touch.
You didn't like her in Austin Powers?
That was anybody could do that role.
Dreamgirls. You didn't like her in Dreamgirls?
She played herself. Continue.
She played herself. God
did she not play herself?
Yeah.
She didn't give Dina.
I mean, she did, but it wasn't a far removed.
Hello,
it wasn't far from Beyonce.
The two roles that she did well was Beyonce-ish roles. She
can't give character. Like her as Nala, hearing that thick Texas accent as Nala, I didn't think that went.
That actually cracked me up, though. That did crack me up.
Like it wasn't
because she does. She has such a distinct voice.
And if we want to be fair. They make the same comments on Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington,
the same person.
He cannot do accents. He does not play the same person, but he cannot do accents. But he is deemed. I don't think anybody would question his caliber of acting.
No, I feel like he found his lane.
He found his lane, and people. Yeah. I feel like people create movies where who he is aligns with those roles, and it's like someone's creating a movie, and it's like I need Denzel on this because this is.
They made it for him.
It's made for him.
Fair.
I think the roles that he does are specifically made for him.
So what about, have y'all seen Gladiators 2?
I haven't. Yeah. I have no opinion.
Is that made, would you say that's made for him?
Match that movie.
No, his accent was not giving at all, for sure.
Just the way, like, I get it, like, I understand the role, but it truly just felt like we just need Denzel to be Denzel.
Just be here and be great.
That was honestly the standout. It was a bad movie, but, like, it was a standout of that movie.
That's hilarious.
It was not that great. It was not that great.
Watch it for Denzel because he was entertaining and he was being he was just.
He was being Denzel.
Gladiator times. I feel that's what it would be.
He cut niggas. Yeah, he's starting the throne again.
I'm cracking up.
Yeah. So that's you. But okay. So okay. If people make roles for Denzel, I feel like no. Granted, Dreamgirls was existing before Beyonce was outside, but that role is kind of crafted to her, as well as the Cadillac Records role, and those were the only 2 times she was good.
Okay.
And we note that she stopped
acting
about
that Carmen movie? I didn't watch that.
Stop playing with me, bro.
But I hear people talking about it.
Wait, the what?
The Carmen, the hip opera. The Carmen.
I didn't watch it. I don't know.
I mean,
no. And when you talk about Carmen Jones, one of my favorite movies.
Respectfully.
Okay?
I hear you.
So we're not.
She was great in Fighting Temptation.
She plays herself. She's a singer.
Yeah.
Anybody who's not a singer, she can't do it. It's all right. I'll do another episode about her filmography.
That's fine.
If you want to come on.
We'll see.
But okay. So I think we're going to be wrapping up. How do you feel?
I feel good.
I think you did great.
I hope I did great.
How did she do, Rhea?
I thought you did great.
Let us know in the comments how I did.
Yeah.
This is not my forte, but
I think you did amazing.
Bye. Enjoy, guys.
Bye.
So hopefully you liked this video. Like I said, it was a long one, so thank you for staying all the way to the end. And if you did like this video, make sure you hype it up. You like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps me and kind of helps me figure out what kind of content I should be pushing and giving to you all. Additionally, make sure you check out the video that I did before. It is a more casual podcast of me chatting about The Good Place, which is one of my favorite TV shows, and talking about how there's not a lot of racial diversity when we talk about philosophy. It's really interesting. Get into that. That is going to be on the Get Her to the Movies playlist. All right, bye. Love y'all.